What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're someone that's nervous about the upcoming high school tryouts here at the end of the month, then this video is for you. I wanted to make this video with you guys today to kind of give you guys some insight on what to expect from tryouts and also give you guys some advice on how you can get your best performance out of tryouts. Of course, before we get started, y'all know I gotta plug myself. So if you're new to the channel, all I ask is that you click that subscribe button down there in the bottom right hand corner. Click the thumbs up button. That's going to help my channel grow. Also, you guys be sure to support my brand 1% Athletics, where we are getting 1% better every single day. Go grab you a shirt over on the website, a 1% better shirt. It's a lifestyle, it's a mindset, and it's truly the secret to success. The mindset of getting 1% better every single day. Now let's go ahead and get started and jump into the video. So obviously I don't know the template that every high school is going to use for their tryout process. I am just going off of my past experiences of what the generic idea that I think tryouts are going to look like for the majority of you guys. So that's what I'm going to be referencing in the video, kind of give you an idea of what I feel like the structure is going to be similar to. Once again, this is not going to be a universal thing. Every coach is going to have tryouts in his own way. I'm just trying to give you guys my best advice so that y'all can have success and make your high school team. Because I know this is a very nerve-wracking time and you're nervous going into tryouts. You know, the unknown. I understand it, guys. I understand it. So I'm gonna tell you guys kind of how I expect tryouts to go. So obviously you guys will show up, you'll get signed in, and I'm sure y'all will go through some kind of a stretch, whether that is a team stretch or the coach tells you to get stretched on your own. Don't take this lightly. Make sure you get your body warmed up. Make sure you get stretched. Even before you guys get started with tryouts, while guys are still getting signed in or whatever, and you're just sitting around, do some kind of dynamic warm-up, some kind of dynamic movement, and start getting your body stretched. This is not a time to be lazy and sit around and wait for someone to tell you to do something. If you guys take the initiative and you're the guy that's up, you know, already moving, you're the first guy at the front of the line, those kind of things. First off, the coach is going to see that. He will see that and he'll make a mental note of that. But also, you're going to have your body prepared and ready to go through tryouts, and you're not going to be trying to get loose, you know, in the middle of a drill. And I cannot stress the importance of that enough, because a lot of tryout is going to be not only you waiting around, but then when it's your turn, you got to be ready to go, because this is your time to shine. You're only going to get a few reps to impress your coaches. So I cannot stress the importance of guys of making sure you stay loose, make sure you're stretched, and make sure you're warmed up. Now what I expect is that to begin tryouts, y'all will do some kind of running, whether that is a 60-yard dash or that is a first to third around the bases, you know, starting at first, getting your secondary, and how fast you can get first to third. Some of you guys may do a first to home, and some of you guys may just run bases individually. Now, I expect that you guys will probably run a 60. That is the kind of general baseball tryout structure that you go through. You'll get stretched. First thing you do is you run a 60-yard dash. Guys, I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just, you know, once again, make sure you're stretched before you get up there. And when you're up there, run with as much confidence as you have. And be fast, pump your arms, drive your legs to try to get your best time. Don't hesitate to go either. That's one thing that I want to share with you guys. When you're on the line, getting ready to take off, just go. Don't hesitate to go, because a lot of times the coach is going to tell you that he's going to go on your first movement, and he may give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown to give you an idea of when to go. But ultimately, coaches are going to start the stopwatch on your first movement. So if you're a guy that you're ready and you're kind of jumping and then you go, well, you're going to lose seconds. So as soon as you make the decision in your mind that you're going to go, take off and go. Don't think twice about it and just bust your ass to run the best 60 time that you can. Now, once you guys get done with 60s, I expect that y'all will probably warm up, get your arms loose. Once again, make sure that you take time to get nice and stretched, get your arm loose, and make sure you're ready to go 100%, because during your defensive segment, you are probably going to be sitting around while, you know, waiting until your turn gets up. So make sure your arm's nice and loose and it's stretched. That way, when it's time for you to throw, you're ready to go. Now, a general like college showcase or pro style workout, the way they will do it, and I'm not sure if you guys as high schools will do this, but once again, I expect them to, but they will have all the right fielders go to right field, and they'll hit them balls on the ground, they'll hit them fly balls, and what they'll do is they'll go, 2 or 3 throws to third, and then they'll do the same thing, fly balls and ground balls, 2 to 3 throws to home, and they want to see your arm strength. Guys, throw it through the cutoff man. Try to hit them straight in the head, make a good throw, be on a line, be precise. That's what those guys want to see. They want to see if you can keep your body under control, approaching the ball, and then being able to let loose and hit your target. After that, then you go into infield. All the infielders will go to like deep in the 6-hole shortstop, and you'll get 5 ground balls. You'll get 2 right at you. You'll get a forehand, you'll get a backhand, and then you'll get a slow roller, all throwing to first. Once again, guys, you're going to be sitting around, and it's going to be your time to go, and you got to get 5 balls, back to back to back to back. So make sure once you're in line, stay ready, stay loose. This is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, keep your feet moving, keep moving through the ball, keep yourself under control. Don't get out of control. Just stay loose and just field ground balls like you can. After that, then I would imagine that catchers will do some type of throwdowns to second base and third base. They may even do a back pick to first. So you'll have the coaches getting the pop time for the catchers, and then you guys will probably transition into hitting, and you'll do some type of BP on the field. Maybe two rounds, 3 rounds. I'm not sure. Every high school is different. It's going to probably be determined by how many guys show up and how much time you guys have for tryouts. Now, that is probably going to be the very general structure of what your tryout will look like. Now, for defense, you guys may, some places may do some things differently. Y'all may do where you take your normal position and you do a full infield that way, where outfielders in left, center, and right are going to be getting fly balls and ground balls, and then you'll have a full infield going mass fungo. It's very possible as well that you guys may do a in and out structure type infield, which I don't know how many of you guys have actually done that. Usually in practice of select ball, that's one of the things you'll do. But basically, you'll all be at your positions. Coach will hit it to each outfield position. You got to throw 2, you got to throw 3, and then he'll hit you another one where you got to go home. And then after he goes through all the outfield, you'll go infield only, and you'll probably go infield in, throw to the catcher, and then you'll scoot back and you'll go normal depth, go on 1, and then you'll go normal depth, roll in double play, and then you'll go deep, do a deep backhand, and then a slow roller coming in. Once again, some coaches may throw some different things in there. You may go to first base twice, you may roll a double play twice. He also may do a 1 and cover, which is where the ball is hit to you. You throw it to first base, get the normal play, and then you go and cover your base, and the catcher's going to do a throw down to you, and then you throw it back home. That to me is probably going to be the structure of what you guys' tryout is going to look like. Something very similar to that. Now, while that's going on defensively and you guys are hitting BP on the field, I would assume that at some point the pitchers are going to start throwing bullpens, and so they'll have 2 or 3 pitchers over off to the side with a few catchers that are throwing their bullpens, and they have another coach looking at these pitchers. Or what they may do is they may have pitchers throw all together at the end, where the coaches can all see the pitchers throw without any other distractions. Now, I also know that some high schools are doing a 2-day tryout. Some of you guys do 1 day, some guys do 2, depending on how big the school is. Here in Texas, here in Houston, I know pretty much majority of the schools do 2-day tryouts. Now, that second day is probably going to be something like, I would assume, maybe some kind of an inter squad or a controlled inter squad. Probably be like a mass fungo, a mass BP session, and maybe like pitcher fielding practice with pitchers doing PFPs on the infield. For the most part, guys, tryout is going to be mainly taking ground balls, mainly taking fly balls, and taking your swings. So it's very general, very basic, and really it's just you showing them your mechanics on the field, how you move to the ball, how you carry yourself around the field, and just whether you're an athlete or not. So it's very simple, very basic. So in saying that, don't stress yourself out and make yourself nervous, about tryouts. Just look at it as another day of baseball, because that's all it is. You're going out there to get reps, and you're going out there to get practice. Now, my advice for you guys, some questions I've heard from kids that I coach, one of the things is, what position should I try out at? And my advice to you guys is, if you're an infield outfielder type guy, try out for both. If you're a guy that plays multiple positions in the infield, depending how the tryout structure is, whether you all go to deep shortstop or you separate to your position, what I would tell you is, your first priority, go to the position you feel most comfortable at. Because the number one and most important thing at tryout is to be comfortable and be able to make the play and show coach what kind of mechanics and the way that you can move on the field is. So you don't want to go to a position that you are not familiar with or not comfortable with playing very much. Now, in saying that, go to your number one spot, your top priority position. And then from there, if coach gives you the option to, that you want to work out somewhere else, you want to move around, like if you're a shortstop and you want to go to second or you want to go to third, and he tells you guys to go to your second position, then do that. Move around. I've had a few guys ask if they should pitch. They're kind of those fringe pitchers. They don't really pitch a lot, but they can pitch. So they ask, well, hey, should I try out as a pitcher as well? My answer, once again, is yes. Guys, you guys as players, and this is why I'm telling you guys to try out at multiple positions if you play multiple positions. The more tools you can put in your tool belt, the more things that you can show this coach that you can do. And the more that you show him you're willing to play in different positions on the field, the greater your chances are of making the team. And I can't stress the importance of that enough. Now, so if he asks if you can pitch and you're not someone that's really pitched a lot, don't tell him no that you can't pitch. Tell him yes. And from there, just kind of fill out the conversation. If he asks, how often you pitch, well, then that's when you say, you got to sell yourself and tell him, well, I pitch every here and there, but I'm, more so play defense, but I can do it. That way you're getting it in his mind that you're willing to do different things to get on the field. So that's one piece of advice I can give you guys. Try out at multiple positions if you play multiple positions, and also try out at the position you're the most comfortable at, and say you're a pitcher. Once again, guys, try to put as many tools on your tool belt as you can so that you become valuable to him as a player for a coach, just for roster structure and for a guy that you see you can maneuver around and be able to get him in the game, and he's going to help the team in some way. The second thing that I can tell you guys to do to help you at tryouts is just to have confidence. Have confidence in yourself. It all starts in your mind with your mindset. Have confidence in the preparation you've put in up to this point, through lessons, through practice, through select ball, all that stuff that it is culminating right here in this tryout for you to make the team. That's what all that was for. It was preparation for this moment. So go to tryouts with the confidence that you're going to make the team, with the confidence that in your abilities, because you've been prepared up to this point. You should be ready. Baseball is such a mental game that you got to learn the power of the mind. You got to learn to play it in your head. You got to learn to stay positive. There's so much failure in baseball. If you can't handle the failure, if you can't handle the adversity, you're not going to be very successful to begin with. So that is probably the most important piece of advice I can give you guys, is just to go out there with confidence in your abilities, and just know what you can do. Don't stress. Don't stress over it. Like I said, this is just another day of baseball. It's another day of you getting reps. You just have someone watching you and evaluating you. But it's no different than any other day or game, right? Half the time when you're playing, I guarantee you don't know who's in the stands watching you. You could have already played in front of, scouts that you didn't even know were in the stands, or college coaches you didn't even know were in the stands. So don't think too much into it and cause yourself to panic and get nervous because of your mindset. Calm your mind, stay relaxed, stay loose, take a deep breath, and just control your breathing and control your body and control your mind, control your thoughts. Have confidence in yourself, and I promise you will be alright. And then the last piece of advice I can give you guys is just to make sure you hustle and you have fun. I cannot stress enough how, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you're the guy you're already stretching before everyone else is, you're the guy that's running from point A to point B, you're at the front of the line, coach calls everybody up and you bust it and you're the first one standing in front of his face, and those are the little things that are going to stand out to a coach, because they don't want to bring someone into their program that's a prima donna, or that's a jackass, or that's lazy. right? You guys got to understand that while your talent has, a big weight as far as if you make the team, like that's obviously a big factor into you making the team, but also your attitude and the way you carry yourself is just as important, because they're not going to want to put up with someone that can't make good grades in the classroom, or they're an asshole on the field, or every time they fail they put their head down. So make sure you guys hustle and bust your butt every single place you go. If you miss a ball or you make an error, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world, I promise. If the way you respond to that is going to say a lot more about you than the play itself. So if you make an error, in the infield or in the outfield, and you keep your head up, your chest up, and you don't throw a fit, you don't throw your glove, you don't show any emotion, and you just go back and field the ball, I promise the coach is going to make a mental note of that. Now, if you're the guy that makes the error and you start, cussing people out or throw your glove or have horrible body language, throwing your arms up in the air, he's going to see that too, and it's going to make that error that much worse. So be conscious of that, guys. Make sure you hustle everywhere you go. Stay positive, keep a positive mindset, and be conscious of how you're carrying yourself on the field, because those things are going to stand out to a coach just as much as your athletic ability, right? Because he's looking at guys that he wants to put up with for 4 years, that he wants to help develop and get to college for 4 years. So you got to do whatever you can to make sure you're one of those guys that's on his good side, and that he wants to help. Those little things, guys, will take you farther than your pure talent alone will. I promise you that. There's thousands of kids that can hit the ball, throw the ball, and field the ball. What are the little things that you're going to do that are going to separate yourself from the rest of the talent pool? And your hustle, your body language, those are two big things that you can control that can help you stand out. So other than that, you guys, that's the end of this video. I just wanted to share with you guys my tips on not only how to have a successful tryout, but also what to expect. Other than that, I wish all of you guys the best of luck. I hope every single one of you guys that watch this video, I hope you guys all make the team, and I hope you guys have successful high school seasons this year to get your high school career started. Once again, if you guys enjoy my videos, if you enjoy my content, all I ask is you click that subscribe button over in the bottom right hand corner. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.